Welcome back. The San Francisco 49ers are having an incredible season on a bye week after getting the top seed in the NFC. Niners captain and defensive end Arik Armstead joins us now. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
So let's get into it. I know you haven't been on the field since week 14, battling some injuries. So first things first, are you going to get back out there next week?
Yeah, that's the plan. So I'm getting back out on the field, getting back into practice, and hopefully everything continues to trend positively, and I can get back out there with my teammates.
As you talk about positive trends, this Niners defense has been impressive for the latter part of the season, really. I want your thoughts on the overall production and depth of your defense this year.
Yeah, it's we have a great defense. We have an amazing team, top to bottom. But looking at our defense, we have guys, up front, in the middle, and in the back end. And I'm really proud of what we've done this year. We got to continue to keep it going and continue to get better throughout these playoffs. But, man, I love playing with these guys.
Okay, and is one of those guys that you love playing with Chase Young? What's he brought to all of you?
Chase has brought a lot. He's an amazing player, super talented, works very hard. And his personality, too, is great for our room and great for our team. And he brings a lot to us, and we're going to need him, in these playoffs to play big, and I know he will.
As you talk about bringing a lot to your team, Steve Wilks, it's his first year as your defensive coordinator. What makes him, the guy that brings out the best in those guys on the defensive end of the ball?
Really, he's a great human being first. I heard a lot of great things about him before he got here, but getting to know him, he's a great leader, a great person, and a person that you want to play for. And also his football mind, I think he's brought a lot, especially to our back end and how we cover and the techniques in the back end. He's a defensive back specialist, and we've definitely have turned it up a notch in that department. I think we have like 21 interceptions this year, and it's a big part of what he's done.
When we turn off the field for a minute, this is your fourth straight year being your team's Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee. Everyone that I've ever spoken to who is in that position talks about how meaningful that is. Why is that something that you take so much pride in?
Yeah, it's definitely, a great, being a nominee has been a great experience. And one, I think it's so special because it represents so many people, not just, yourself. It, of course, represents your organization or your impact that you're trying to, help in. But also, I'm a representative for my team, my family, my city of Sacramento, everyone who has supported me and been there and partners. And so, being a nominee and being honored is, it's representing a lot of people and making a lot of people proud. So I think that's why it's so special.
Arik, for you, you've chosen academics as your pet project. Why is that?
I feel that education is the key to solving a lot of issues in our society. When you look at the achievement gap, the equity gap, and so I think it really starts with education, and even in the playing field for all students, no matter where they live, their socioeconomic background, ensuring that every student has the opportunity at a great education so they can be successful in life. I think, that'll solve a lot of issues in our society.
I think that's so awesome and what you have done and continue to do. But I'm curious what you're going to do this weekend. Since you have the bye, are you guys getting together, watching some of the games? Are you just going to be at home by yourself? What's the plan?
Yeah, well, we have practice this week, and then we have a couple days to ourselves. So I'll be hanging out with my family, working out, preparing for our playoff game, and of course tuning into the games to see who we're going to figure out, figuring out who we're going to play. So it'll be a good weekend.
Arik, when you watch, do you watch as a fan, or are you taking notes for Coach Wilks?
A little bit of both, fan of football, of course, but, my eyes go to, like, up front always, and I'm always watching, the offensive, defensive line, of course, because, that's what I do.
Well, thank you so very much for joining us, and we wish you all the best going forward in the playoffs.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.